Sino ang SPPI? Who are we? Galing kami sa isang NGO which is based in Quezon City. That's Management and Organizational Development for Empowerment, or MODE Incorporated. Ang MODE, nagkaroon siya ng project in Samar. Ang tawag ay Local Economy Development Program, or LED-P. Since 1999 to 2007, the program worked in northern Samar, the whole of Samar Island. But then in 2007, it decided to localize, and so SPPI was created. Kaya na-register. Our vision: economically and politically empowered men and women, unified by their spirituality. Our definition of spirituality is not church-based. It's pagpapakatao, which is also church-based because pagpapakatao is there. In the rural communities of Samar Island. And our mission is to advance the rural communities of Samar Island through sustainable local economy development, gender relations, and participatory governance. So what are we? Our program is community-based, local economy development. Our framework in developing the program is the agenda of socio-economic transformation of the marginalized rural communities. Our thrust is towards achieving social justice and equitable economic development. And our standpoint is for the poorest of the poor. How do we define poorest of the poor? Ang definition namin of the POPs are those earning 3,000 pesos and below monthly income, household income. So that's our definition. Next. Sabi kasi bilisan yung background kasi yung oras. Our approach is household-based interventions. Why household-based? Because we see households, if they are developed, magpuproduce yan ng isang developed barangay economy. When the barangays are developed, magkakaroon ng isang productive municipal economy. And the same kwento, municipal economy into provincial, provincial economy into regional economies. So where can you find us? We're in Kapul, Northern Samar, the small red dot of an island there sa Northern Samar. That's just one of our communities. We work in coastal communities of Samar Island. We're also in San Antonio, another coastal municipality, Lauang, and Lavizares. So that's a picture of Kapul. I want to show to you how beautiful Kapul is. Okay. So that's where, how and where Kapul is. Our attractions are the Parola, kung saan ang Acapulco, Manila galleon trade vessels pass through San Bernardino Strait, and then there is also one of the oldest churches in the Philippines. You can also find that in Kapul. So what do we do? Our 5 pillars of community-based local economy development, which is our Biblia. Our staff has to memorize this. Pinaparecite ito during board meetings. One is we develop strong community organizations. Because we believe if we have strong community organizations, that's when you can participate in development governance. Because mas maraming boses, mas naririnig. So you can do claim making, claim taking if you are more than one. So we develop people's organizations or community-based organizations. And then we do participatory development governance. We have access to markets and finance, which can be translated into livelihoods and enterprise development. One of our program strategy is to develop livelihoods, diversification in the areas, Because ang itsura ng isang coastal community, kung isa lang ang source of household income, kapag binagyo lang yan or pag may nagkasakit sa pamilya, patay agad ang source of income. So what we do is we develop diverse livelihoods. And then mainstreaming gender in our programs, and then ecological sustainability. So ito yung Biblia ng aming trabaho. So isa usapin ng social solidarity economy, how do we concretize that? I saw in a blog of a development organization also that social solidarity economy is being used to refer to a broad range of organizations involved in varying forms of cooperative, associative, and solidarity relations. So anong translation nito with SPPI? We have people's organizations assisted in the area. Kapul has 12 barangays, and we are into 8 of the barangays. And the members. So ito yung iba-ibang itsura ng organizations. Makikita ninyo may seaweeds farmers, may farmers and fishers, may integrated, may vegetables and root crop farmers. So iba-ibang hugis ng community-based organizations. So another way of social solidarity economy being concretized, it is said that SSE is being used to refer to a broad range of organizations that have explicit economic and social and often environmental objectives. I'd like to share to you a story ni Mano Berting as concretization of this. Siya po si Mano Berting. Ang sabi po niya, bago po siya mag-engage into seaweed farming, seaweed farmer po siya sa Barangay Hubang in Kapul. Nagko-kompresor po siya, compressor fishing. So we know that is destructive to health and to environment na klase ng fishing activity. Nakakarating daw siya hanggang Palawan to do compressor fishing. But then when he started engaging in seaweed farming, nag-stop siya sa pagko-compressor fishing because he was earning and he is still earning from this livelihood activity. So yung nakukuha niyang income from compressor fishing ay mas malaki pa yung nakuha niya sa seaweed farming. At nakita niya, mahalaga pala talaga if you protect and you use judiciously your environment. So isa na siya sa pinakamalakas naming advocate on pangangalaga sa karagatan in Kapul Island. Isa na siya sa mga nagpupulis ng kanilang karagatan. Dahil alam niya yung effect ng destructive fishing activities sa livelihood activities na involved ang dagat. So, isa lang si Mano Berting sa mga kwento ng ganitong karanasan in Kapul. Okay. So, SSE also, isa-isa lang please, fosters economic dynamism, social and environmental protection, and socio-political empowerment. So sa Kapul, how is this concretized? Again, number one, Mayor Bandal, who is the mayor in Kapul, leads the fishery law enforcement activities. Sumasama po siya sa bantay dagat, sa nagbabarangay-barangay, at kasama siya sa mga nanghuhuli ng mga illegal. Okay. Another concretization is that the goal of the people to protect their livelihoods drives them to push for conservation and protection activities. So nakikita nila na mahalagang pangalagaan ang resources. So sila mismo, for example, even the use of chlorine, kasi aagos, pag naglalaba aagos sa dagat yung chlorine, maapektuhan yung mga seaweeds nila. So binabantayan nila yung mga nagko-chlorine. yung mga nagtatapon ng basura, binabantayan nila. During their regular monthly PO meetings, nagpupunahan sila kung sino yung mga hindi pa rin sumusunod sa mga policies ng organizations. Okay. Next is, there is willingness among the people to buy their local agricultural and food processed products. Ang kwento kasi po nito, lahat ng produkto na ginagamit sa Kapul Island, because it's a coastal municipality, nanggagaling sa mainland, which is either Allen ng Northern Samar or Matnog ng Sorsogon. Doon sila bumibili. But when the program was introduced, they started producing their own vegetables, their own root crops, and then may mga food processed products, which I will show you later. And then, minamarket na ito sa mga barangays. And the people are using this. Also, number 4 concretization is that the spirit of sharing among the organizations is strong. Like, for example, when the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources gave seaweed seedlings to 2 of the 8 people's organizations, yung members and leaders of the people's organizations na binigyan, namigay doon sa ibang mga organizations na kasama nila. And then, we have a federation of people's organizations established for lobbying purposes. So, lahat ng commodities that the Kapul is producing nakapailalim sa federation na ito. And then, ito po yung food product. So, meron na silang tocino, meron silang mikin, this is molido from cassava or squash. Yun po ay sabon. So, local economy para wag nang lumabas yung pera ng Kapul. Okay. Another form of concretization would be our project management committee. Ito po ay binubuo ng mayor, ng vice mayor, ng mga kapitanes ng mga barangays, and then mga representatives ng People's Federation. Umuupo po ito every quarter to discuss mga issues, projects in the areas, and paano magtulungan. So may ganyang mechanism in Kapul. And then the seaweed farmers of Kapul, yung municipal agriculturist, and the chief of police are members of the Samar Island Seaweeds Value Chain Network. So there is a network of seaweed, as we call it the Seaweeds Network, in Northern Samar, and representatives from Kapul sit in this. Ang mga nakaupo sa Seaweeds Network are municipal agriculturists of municipalities who are producing seaweeds, the fishery technicians, BFAR, we have members of the Philippine National Police for law enforcement, we have a seaweed scientist who is from the academe, mga POs, and NGOs. So, yan. Here are pictures of the Project Management Committee meetings, medyo malabo lang. And then the Federation building activity, mga pictures. Okay. So how do we do integrated resource management? So we say that integrated resource management recognizes that people and their livelihoods rely on the health and productivity of our resources, and their actions as stewards of these resources play a critical role in maintaining this health and productivity. So for us, the concretization is our triple bottom line of people, planet, and profit, or for the social enterprise, ang bottom lines of doing good, doing well, and doing right. So again, how do we concretize this? In Kapul, we have a community-based seaweed social enterprise. We have a complete value chain of this community-based seaweed social enterprise. We have a land-based nursery in the University of Eastern Philippines na managed by a seaweed scientist. We have sea-based nurseries in Kapul and in other municipalities as well. We have local producers, farmers of seaweeds. And then, among them, there is a consolidator who is a member of the People's Organization. And then the NGOs buy on a municipal level consolidation. And then we have a private sector, MCPI, who is our partner, our market. So, medyo buo na yung aming value chain. And then, because it's integrated, hindi pwedeng you just do coastal without protecting the land. Kasi like what I said, kung gumagamit ng fertilizer among the root crop and vegetable farmers, that would also affect the coastal areas. Therefore, our root crops and vegetable farmers are into organic farming. Ang tumutulong po sa kanila ay yung Municipal Agriculture Office of Kapul and also the NGO, SPPI. So, ito po yung pictures of the... May mga lalaki rin pong farmer. Mas maganda lang ipakita yung pictures ng mga kababaihan. And then we have barangays who are into food processing. We term this cute products because we know that these are not really sustainable. Because these are not products which you do value chain to be able to realize if there is a big market or not. But then, ang objective lang po nito is daily source of income. Kahit maliliit na sources of income, basta makapaglabas sila ng, for example, salted eggs or itong ginger tea, at least meron na silang pera na pambili, for example, ng bigas. Kasi karamihan naman ng ulam, naghihingian lang. Kung walang mahingan, di may pambili sila. Okay. So, daily household income is the aim. Also, because it's integrated, we also have waste management, particularly solid waste. So what do? Yung mga sando bags, the women members of our people's organizations, they crochet this into these items. And for example, if we have conferences or meetings, ito yung ginagamit namin para lagayan ng mga notebooks, ballpens, conference kits to help the women who are producing this also earn income. So, for example, nakikipagkwentuhan, crochet, ganun ang ginagawa ng mga kababaihan. And then we also have, because again, it's integrated, of course, we need to do disaster risk reduction management and climate change adaptation project. So we do this in Kapul. Katatapos lang ng disaster preparedness drill in 2 barangays, and the other 10 barangays are interested because they said, ang ganda pala ng feeling kapag handa ka if ever may storm surge or calamities like this. So I think that's my last slide before. Thank you. So that's how we concretize, yes, SST in Northern Samar.